Hey, folks, welcome to the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network podcast. I'm your host, Louis Carlin. We're heard right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you for everyone that has subscribed to our YouTube channel. Very appreciative, and I'd just like to give a shout out to our newest subscriber. I'd like to give a shout out to Garnett DK. So, Garnett DK, thank you very much for subscribing to the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, let's get on to some of the things that I want to discuss. Again, this not going to take up too much of your time. It's early. Just saw a few things. Just wanted to talk about. First, Samoa Joe. It's rumored. It's being speculated, I should say, that Samoa Joe is likely to replace William Regal on WWE NXT. This is Ringside News reporting. The WWE. It says WWE released quite a few superstars back in April, and that included Samoa Joe, which certainly took both fans and pro wrestlers by surprise, as Joe proved himself to be one of the best pro wrestlers in the current era of professional wrestling. However, as reported earlier, there's also a chance that Samoa Joe could return to NXT. While speaking on Wrestler Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer stated that William Regal said it's time for a change at the end of TakeOver in Your House, which could signify Samoa Joe's return to NXT. Excuse me. So this is Dave Meltzer says, I think that's the cue for Samoa Joe. I don't know that 100%. I was told that Samoa Joe was going to be in a Regal-like role. Then all of a sudden, Regal's talking like he's stepping down. So maybe the Regal-like role is Regal's role. Maybe he's leaving based on what I told Samoa Joe. It's definitely the favorite to be the new commissioner, but Joe is in, and he is in as a non-wrestler. So I think that tells you he's not cleared. Okay, so maybe he's referred to not clear to being to wrestling, but Samoa Joe was rumored to be at the Performance Center, so that'll be very interesting. That'd be very interesting if Samoa Joe took over as commissioner for WWE NXT. I think it'll be a great role for Samoa Joe. I think it's a great way for him to come back, and I know. There's been a lot of speculation that Impact Wrestling's interested. Josh Alexander indicated that he would love to have a one-on-one match with Samoa Joe. There's rumors going around that he's going to show up at Slammiversary, but that doesn't seem to be the case right now. I personally think that Samoa Joe is going to take over for William Regal in WWE NXT. Because I watched TakeOver yesterday, and I did see the end of that where he did say it's time for him to step down. Triple H even said that William Regal is with NXT until he decides he doesn't want to be anymore. Maybe William Regal, I think was a commissioner for about 7 years at NXT. Maybe it's time for him to accept another role within the company, and this would be a perfect way to bring Samoa Joe back. I think Samoa Joe would be a great commissioner, as I said. And William Regal also said that there's too much bedlam. I can't remember exact words, but I can't take this anymore. It's too much bedlam. Maybe it's time for me to step down. And if anyone can control the bedlam that's taking place in NXT that took place last night, or similar to what took place last night, if anyone can control that, it's definitely Samoa Joe. So I would be very surprised actually if Samoa Joe wasn't chosen to be the replacement for William Regal on NXT. Actually, I expect Samoa Joe to be the new commissioner. I don't know when they're going to announce it. It could be this week, could be next week, but I fully expect Samoa Joe to rejoin NXT as their commissioner. Okay, so NXT. We were just mentioning NXT TakeOver. I'm going to admit something. I haven't watched an NXT show in a very, very long time. Stopped watching NXT quite some time ago. NXT TakeOver was on TV last night, and I said, you know what, I'm going to watch the show from start to finish, see if NXT still has it. And I apologize. I apologize for that because I know there are a lot of NXT fans out there that love NXT, but I decided I want to see if NXT still has it. Let me tell you, this show was absolutely incredible from start to finish. I absolutely loved NXT TakeOver in your house last night. Start to finish was fantastic. LA Knight against Cameron Grimes, that ladder match was just outstanding. Raquel Gonzalez against Ember Moon, my goodness, what a freaking incredible match that was. Just an outstanding, outstanding match. That main event, that main event was one of the best matches I've seen in a long, long time. From that was just an incredible, incredible main event. Karrion Kross defeats Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, and Pete Dunne. He submits Kyle O'Reilly passed out through submission hold, and Karrion Kross retained the title. But that was just spectacular. That was just spectacular. And I am going to be watching NXT regularly going forward. It was absolutely incredible. Absolutely. Xia Li is an incredible athlete. She's in just phenomenal shape. And her match against Mercedes Martinez was very, very good as well. I'm a big Xia Li fan, just incredible. And the opening match was fan. So from start to finish, NXT Takeover in your house was absolutely spectacular. Absolutely loved it, and I'm glad I watched it. And NXT, they looks like they've never lost it. Looks like they never lost it. And I am going to be watching NXT regularly, as I said, going forward. Great, great show. Absolutely loved it. And last but not least, Mark Henry, speaking on Braun Strowman, he wants to bring Braun Strowman to AEW. Says that there's interest on both sides. Wrestling Inc. reporting. It says Mark Henry is talking. He says Braun Strowman is super high on my list. It's not an all Mark Henry decision, but there's already interest on both sides. So hopefully by the time he's allowed to wrestle in August, I think the middle of August, we can have a serious conversation about contractual things. But right now there is interest on both sides. So Mark Henry saying that AEW is interested in Braun Strowman and Braun Strowman is interested in AEW. But unfortunately, nothing can happen until August. We'll see what happens. We'll see if Braun Strowman is in fact brought into AEW. I think he'd be a decent fit in AEW, but that remains to be seen if AEW can sign him or not. And again, we won't know until I think it's August. I think it was August 10th. I could be wrong on that, but it's mid-August definitely. So we'll see. We'll see where Braun Strowman ends up. I'm sure he's going to end up somewhere. Again, I think Braun Strowman and Aleister Black will both end up in AEW, and but we'll have to wait until August, as I said, to see if my predictions ring true. So on that note, I'm going to say thank you very much for listening to me today. My name is Lewis Carlin. This is the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network podcast. And until next time, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. And stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.